Albania has always been a place where different empires and beliefs met. Long before Islam, old Illyrian ways shaped the local culture, making a strong identity tied to the mountains and the sea. The Romans built roads and cities connecting Albania to the bigger world, most famously through the Via Egnatia. Christianity arrived early, and by the 4th century, churches were all over the land. When Christianity split in 1054, southern Albania followed the Orthodox Church, while the north stayed Catholic, creating a mix of beliefs. This variety became a key part of what it meant to be Albanian. The area was often caught between powerful neighbors like the Byzantines, Bulgarians, and Serbians, forcing Albanians to change and survive. Local small kingdoms came and went, but the people's sense of who they were lasted. Their culture was based on language, family groups, and customs, not just religion. So, when Islam finally arrived, it met a land rich in old ways and many layers of meaning. Albania was never an empty page. It was a place of old loyalties and smart changes. This special background set the stage for what came next. Islam's arrival would not erase the past, but mix with it, creating something truly Albanian. The 1300s brought the Ottoman Empire into the Balkans, changing everything for Albania. The Ottomans weren't just people who took over, they brought new ways of ruling, new culture, and new religion. Strong resistance followed, led by the famous Skanderbeg, who brought Albanians together and fought the empire for 25 years. Even with his bravery, Ottoman rule eventually won. The Ottomans brought in the millet system, which let religious groups govern themselves if they paid taxes and stayed loyal. This wasn't forcing people to change their religion, but a new way of life where different faiths lived together under Ottoman rule. Mosques appeared next to churches, Turkish words became part of daily life, and new customs mixed with old ones. For many, Ottoman rule brought peace after hundreds of years of fighting. The arrival of the Ottomans marked the start of a long, complicated cultural exchange. Over hundreds of years, this would change Albania and bring Islam into its heart. The change was slow, not sudden, a mixing, not a replacement. Albanians changing to Islam happened slowly, shaped by practical choices and personal reasons. There was no big forced change. Instead, people thought about the social, money, and political good things. Muslims had more chances in the Ottoman system. Military, government jobs, and trade were open to them. Non-Muslims paid the jizya tax, a burden many avoided by changing their religion. For families who wanted to get ahead, Islam offered a way to move up. Over time, Ottoman culture mixed with Albanian life, making changing religion feel less strange. Sometimes, whole villages changed together, following their leaders. In faraway areas, weak Christian churches made the message of Sufi preachers appealing. Sufis offered a spiritual, easy-to-understand Islam that many people liked. For some, changing religion was a real spiritual choice. For others, it was practical. The process was never the same everywhere. Each community found its own path. Islam spreading in Albania was a mix of reasons, not just one story. This variety shaped the special way Islam is practiced in Albania. Sufism played a big part in Islam spreading in Albania. Sufi holy men traveled the land, starting tekkes, spiritual places that became community centers. Their message was flexible, accepting, and very spiritual, focusing on love and looking inside oneself. The Bektashi order, especially, mixed Islamic teachings with local and even Christian traditions. This made their faith feel familiar, not strange. Sufi lodges welcomed everyone, offering a safe place, education, and help. Holy men used poems, music, and stories to share their teachings, making faith easy to understand and remember. Sufi saints' graves became places people visited for religious reasons, and they are still visited today. Sufism's gentle way allowed old customs to mix with new beliefs. Local traditions were seen in a new way through Islam, creating a special blend. This mixed, gentle Islam became a key part of Albanian religious life. Sufism's influence helped Islam take root peacefully, shaping a kind, accepting faith. It's a legacy that still exists in Albania's spiritual landscape. Islam's arrival changed Albanian towns and daily life. Ottoman buildings mixed with local styles, mosques rose next to churches, markets were busy with trade, and bathhouses became places for people to meet. Mosques like Edhem Bey and Tirana became important community places, often including schools and libraries. Covered markets and stone bridges made trade and travel better. Homes changed, mixing traditional stone towers with Ottoman wooden balconies and courtyards. The Albanian language took in Turkish words, especially in food and trade. Coffee houses became places for talking and culture, a tradition that is still strong today. Food traditions mixed. Baklava and borek became common Albanian foods. Islamic festivals joined older celebrations, making the cultural calendar richer. Family customs mixed Islamic and old Albanian practices. Islam didn't erase the past, it added a lively new layer to what it meant to be Albanian. The 1900s brought big changes for Albanian Islam. After Albania became independent in 1912, religious groups lived together, and the Bektashi order grew strong. But communism changed everything. Enver Hoxha's government declared Albania the world's first atheist country in 1967. All religious practice was banned. Mosques and churches were closed or destroyed. Religious leaders were hurt, and religious books were forbidden. Faith went underground. Families quietly kept prayers and traditions alive. This shared suffering brought unity among Albanians of all faiths. When communism fell in 1991, religious life came back to life very quickly. Mosques and churches reopened, often rebuilt with help from Albanians living in other countries. Albanians reconnected with their spiritual heritage after many years of silence. Today, Islam is once again visible and important in Albanian society. The strength of faith is a powerful part of Albania's modern story. It shows the lasting spirit of the Albanian people. In Albania today, the call to prayer mixes with church bells, a daily reminder that different religions live together peacefully. Muslims, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians live side by side, with people from different faiths often marrying each other, and it's accepted. This peaceful living together is a result of hundreds of years of changing and respecting each other. Islam's journey in Albania was slow and welcoming, shaped by Sufi teachings and local traditions. Albanian identity grew to value being united over religious differences. After communism, a shared return to faith made bonds stronger across religions. Religious leaders now work together, showing a culture of talking and cooperating. Albania's story is one of strength, adapting and mixing, a mosaic of faiths and cultures. Here, history is a base for a shared, peaceful future. In a region often known for fighting, Albania's quiet harmony stands as a hopeful example. If you enjoyed this journey through Albania's unique history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others discover these inspiring stories.